Good morning everybody. Another very cold, wet, horrible grey morning, but we're here and we're ready to do our strength endurance work, which for us is going to heat us up, get us really moving and mobilising and stabilising, as well as feeling very, very cardiovascular activated. The same principles will go on with the same routine. We're aiming to keep a sustained pace and the same kind of reps and rhythm. Good morning, Sarah and Anne. My suggestion today is to wear trainers. So if you don't have trainers, don't worry, just don't wear them. If you do have trainers and you can find them and get them on, then wear your trainers. When we do this again on Thursday, the same request will be, we're going to do it in trainers. The trainers will give you a great stability. Yes, there's loads of value in working in bare feet, because you have more proprioception going on and you have to work harder at your ankle stability. But in working for pace and that kind of rhythm that we want in endurance work that's got a kind of bias towards interval work, you're probably better off at this point in having learnt what we're doing to wear your trainers. Good morning, Patricia. I've got a glute band on and I've got my trainers on. You will start, the sequence of exercises is identical. The thing that changes today is, yes, the glute band and the trainers, but also I'm going to use a timer that's 20 seconds. So every movement pattern we do will have a 20-second bias to it. Morning, Helen. Morning, Margaret. That 20-second bias is timed. We've got an actual phone app doing this for me. Now, sometimes over that 20 seconds, maybe if it's the ab prep, we'll do 8. That's the slower pace. Or we'll do 12-ish, 10 to 12-ish, which will be picking up the pace but still keeping the rhythm. If during this workout you need to keep everything at the 8 reps for 20 seconds of whatever that movement pattern is, then you must do that. The other rules go as, without saying almost, do not exercise continuously in a position if it's creating shearing, pinching, pain, dull ache. That shouldn't be what's going on. If a glute band's a bridge too far, then don't wear a glute band. And in terms of trainers, if you do have trainers and they're not filthy muddy because you've been walking in big puddles and mud, then wear your trainers. Good morning, Ken. If you're using trainers, I'm not going to use the mat. I'm going to use the edge of my mat as my reference point for movement patterns and making sure I've got symmetry. We will start, as we have been starting in this strength and endurance work, lying on our backs. Again, I make no kind of excuse for the fact the movement patterns that we're doing are staying largely the same. The idea being that I suddenly have a bank in your bodies and my body to appeal to when we want to ramp up the pace and know that we don't compromise the technique and that we get all of the gains that are totally relevant from great technique and moving with rhythm. That being said, you will start this workout lying on your back. Remember, if there's pain or discomfort, stop. Take a breather. If it's going too fast for you today, do it slower. You're at no kind of, you're not being forced to move at a pace you don't feel you can manage. We have a huge age range in the room, and what matters is that you learn how to move at the right pace for you, and it's the continuous activation of this exercise patterning that makes the difference to you anyway. All right. So, good morning to Lorna and Andy as well. We'll start this workout therefore. You're lying on your back. Lying on your back. If you need your head cushion under your head for the opening phase, then do so. As you find your breath, I'll give you a few moments before I set the timer. So if you see me picking up my phone has finally got a timer on it. We'll see how we go with it. Morning, Diane. So a reminder again then, every activity that you do will be a 20-second moment timed by a machine. And those reps that I might do in that 20-second moment could be 8 reps, that's the slower pace, that's very deliberately slower, or between 10 and 12 reps, which is upping the pace, the rhythm, but has to still keep the technique of the exercise. Good morning, Debbie, also. All right, check that everything's ready and check you've got your pelvic connection. Equal weight through the feet, both feet equally, and the back of the pelvis. You get your breathing sorted, you're inhaling and exhaling, And we're off with the ab curl. Exhale, curl, reaching your arms, breathing in, back down. Exhaling, chin nod and curl, and inhale, rolling back down. As you curl up, chin pulls into the throat. In these first moments, you're working out how to make sure your breathing leads you into ab curling. Stay. This is where we take one leg up in the air and we end it with obliques. So we go over to one side, the leg lowers down. Exhale, over to the other side, then the leg lowers down. Exhaling, up and rotation, inhaling and back down. Breathing out, pelvic stabilisation, inhale back down. So we've got about 8 of these because I'm slowly getting your systems ready. Ready for the change then, we're ready for legs up in the air, and here we have the 100. Breathe out, send your legs away. Breathe in, pull the knees in. Keep the nose to the navel. Inhaling is your priority, and exhaling. Remember, I'm talking a lot, so I can't do the breath. You really must do the breath. And we've got about another 4 before we change. 3 and 2. Last one then. You're going to come over onto your hands and knees. I'm having my feet off the mat, onto all fours, ready for your Superman. This is where you'll send one leg away and one arm away, keeping to the same side. Extend the leg, reach the arm, and inhaling back. Breathing out, push through the leg and arm, breathe in and return back. Exhaling, reach, inhale and back. One more this side, and we're ready to change. Away you go. 1. Inhale, come back in. 2. This is where you feel the glute band strength against the back of the thigh. 4 more. And 3. So this pace is simply getting everything going. This is your last one, and you're ready for your press up. Chest wide press, and inhale, lowering, and exhaling, pushing. Elbows go wide, chest lowers between the hands. Your travelling journey is wide elbow, upper arm, chest, and forwards with the chest between the fingers, and forwards of the hands as you go down. Just 2 more. 1 more. And let that go. Okay, we come all the way up. No, we don't. Stay down there, just distracted by the timer. You've got your knee hovers to pyramid. Are you ready? Hover the knees, and then up you go to pyramid, and then down to a knee hover. Push the ground away through the feet and the hands, and lowering down. Up to pyramid, and down to hover. Up you go, and down. 3 more. Press the ground away. Make sure the knee hovers are not bums tucking under. The knee hover has to be moving through your shoulder. This is your last one. And then it really is coming to standing. In standing position then you've got your squat. Find your neutral, and you're going to let your arms push forwards and then pull back. Imagine you're skiing as you press your arms forwards and backwards, inhaling the hips back and sending your arms forwards as though you're pulling against something. Down you go, and up. Last time, and stay. Take the legs wide, find a bit of turnout, and your sumo squats. On the sumo squat, I'm going to get you to kind of open and close as though you're pulling your shoulder blades back as you open at the chest. If it's too intense, kind of have the mid-fly position almost, where you're pulling your elbows back and pushing forwards. Inhaling down into that squat. The glute band now finding its place in your side bottom and staying. This is where you end up taking your legs, push them from slide to slide, pushing and pulling. If you keep your shoulder blades reaching down the back, keep a horizontal sensation as you go sideways and sideways and sideways. The trainers give you more traction. There can't be any pain anywhere. Okay, and you're going to let that come back to stand. Ready for your lunge back. Find your squat, and the squat then, you'll lunge back and forwards. So take it back and stand it up. Down and up. Hinging at the hip. Hinging at the hip. You're coming up to a little bit of a tap. All right, last time this side. And changing sides. Back tap and forwards. Tap and forwards. The pace is slightly increased here as you get more rhythm going, as the systems in the body are warmed up better. You've got another 5 and 4, 3, 2. You're going to go back to the other side. So stay back there this time. Stay. Now you're going to let the legs lift and lower. So I'm pushing and pulling. My leg reaches against the band with a lift and lower. Again, we're around 10 reps here. Slow it down if you're struggling to balance. 2 more here. We're staying on the same leg. And then we're going to take it to step and knee. Step and knee forwards. So you lunge and knee forwards. Finding your side bottom and glutes. 4 more. 3. Keep your abdominals in there. 2 more. Last one. Okay, other side. Step back and lift. You can pull or you can push. My arms are a counterbalance as you go lightly back, but feel the band lifting the leg. Find that lunge. Another 4 and 3. 2 more. Are you ready then to pull it into a knee lift? So lunge back and lift your knee. Lunge back, lift your knee. Check that you maintain as best the symmetry as you can. Core stabilised. You've got 5 and 4. Lifting that knee. 3. Keeping those through the front heel, front leg. 2. And your last one. Okay, ready for your star. Squat and star, alternating legs. Remember your first star shapes. You want to reach the leg rather than fling the leg. So slow it down to find your technique. When we come to the single side, we'll keep it. Are you ready? So keep it here. Create a little bit more pace. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling, and other side. So we go. 10, 9, and 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and your last one. All right, you've got your squats into roll down. Find your squat, rolling down, walking, legs bend. Find your plank, walk it back, and standing up. Just need to discard that ring, it's driving me insane. Down, roll, walk it to your plank. Keep your upper body strong and the breathing, roll up. You're going to do 3 more of these. Find your squat. So the sequence is a natural rhythm through the body. If you actually can't go to the ground and back up, either keep doing some squats or go to the ground and do all 4s press up. This is the last one with the full range of movement. Next time you find yourself into your plank, you'll stay. Now walk your feet wide enough to make sure the glute band's part of this. And here we have 5, push and pull. You've got your sliding plank to knee hovers. Remember where you push the ground away, pull the ground under you. And then staying in your plank for leg pull. The knee bends and pulls under you. Knee pulls as though to your elbow. Chest stays over your hands, bottom can't tuck under. Don't overbend the knee because you can't have it bending your lower spine. One more each side, and you're ready for your side plank. I'm going to get my feet off the mat. Top leg is the front leg and the foot is flat down. Back leg level with the edge of the mat and arm level with the hips. Breathe out and lift and lower to a hover and lift. So all we're doing is staying grounded through the side shin and the front foot. The glute band helps you know where your pelvis is, and if you keep this move controlled, you should know exactly where your armpit and obliques are. But if you don't push the ground away with the foot and the side shin, then you won't get anywhere. You must use the greatest part of the move originates from the pelvis, okay? Last one, and you the other side. I'm going to scuttle over to the other side of my mat, find my foot forwards, lined up with my very edge of the mat, my trains are into the ground, hand level with my hip, and I go up. Check that the first one feels good as you lower and lift. Inhaling, exhale. Use your pelvic floor. Shrink and hold the abdominals. Refuse to tuck your bottom under. Keep your low through your front leg and then your bottom side shin. 5 more. Notice the shoulders doesn't come up to the neck. 3 more. Press against that leg if you want to. It helps your leg push against the ground. 2 more. And 1 more. Okay, you're done. Are you ready for your start position again? You've got a whole minute. We don't need this, it's like just the most irritating thing I've ever known. I'm going to lie on the ground. You've got a whole minute to focus on your breathing muscles. You're inhaling and exhaling. Remember what I talked about doing 4 in breaths? A 4 count in breath, a suspended 7 count breath, and an exhaling of that over 8 counts. Discipline yourself to breathe in for 4 counts as deep as you can, to suspend the breath with the mouth open, jaw relaxed for 7, and breathing out for 8 counts. You've got 2 more sequences of that. Inhaling, this should calm down the system. Remember the 7 count suspended breath. And then the controlling 8 count breath out. And you're pacifying your heart rate in your nervous system. You've got 1 more sequence just doing the same. 7 counts is the suspension moment, feeling heavy into the ground. And then the 8 count for the expelling of all of the breath you took in there. So that's settled you down. You feel level and lined up. For this next series, exhale, hands under the head curl. Inhaling and uncurl. Exhaling. Elbows come in. Inhale and down. Use your breathing out. This is 3. Try not to tuck under. Still keep your feet heavy. Experience the shoulder blades rolling off the floor. You 4 more of these. Exhaling. Elbows come equally in. Nose to navel. You've 2 more before we transition. Make sure you're breathing, not just whacking up and down, and staying up there. Pick up the right leg, rotate. Inhale, pick up the second leg, and then lower the first leg down. Inhale back to center, both legs are up in the air. Exhale, rotation. Inhaling and exhale. So you're keeping your shoulder blades off the floor. You're rolling towards the tip of one scapula at the base of it, and then keeping the hips to completely square as you go from side to side. This is the last one to the opposite side, and then you stay centered. Hands here, get your legs in to turn out. Breathe out and send your legs away.
Breathe in and pull the thighs. You've got lateral rotation. Squeeze your heels, extend your legs, nose to navel. Exhaling, pull the inner thighs tight together. Inhaling, frog. Exhale, zip, hollow, imprint. Keep symmetry, you 4 more. Experience the press of the thighs against the band. You have 2 more. You've 1 more. And pull the knees in. Rolling into your all-fours position. If you need your feet off your mat. And you're ready for your Superman. So send your right leg out strong and then come to tap knee and hand. Right leg, left arm. You've 2 more on this side. You work with a continuous breath and the ground underneath you, you feel it as you tap, ready to change sides. You reach and return, tap. Reach and return. No movement of the spine. Your spine is in absolute neutral. And if you use your glute band efficiently, the back of the thigh feels as though it leads the leg, whilst the breath maintains the trunk stability. You have 1 more. Ready to get your toes tucked under your feet for hovering knees, pyramid, spread out your fingers, knee hovers and up to pyramid, down to knee hovers. Push the ground away with all 4 limbs and draw the ground back to you, thinking shoulders and oblique armpit. 4 more, up and hovering down. 3. Try and keep your heels up as you press up. 2 more, heels high, bottom high, hips high, and last 1. Take yourself into chest press, walk your knees together and do more of a 3/4 version this time. So I've sent my legs further away. Don't worry if you're not lowering as far down. And 3, 2, watch out for any twisting, shifting to one side. Last 1, and up we roll, standing squat position. Have your feet wide enough to know that you're utilising the band. And then arms push forwards, pull back. You're going to do 5, full range of movement. Exhaling down, and inhaling down and up, and down to stay. Keep your shoulder blades together. Now push and pull the ground away with the whole of the foot, with all of the hamstring glute connection, and keep that band so that you've got the sensation of the abductor muscles working. Pelvic floor navel to spine. Inhaling and exhaling. And then standing up. Take your feet wide. Have some turn out. Use your mat for your sensation of alignment hand. So we're going to pull back and forwards. If you had something to pull against, like if you're on a rowing machine, you'd feel the resisting. You're imagining load as you go down and up. Going down to stay then. Keep your elbows pulling backwards. Pelvic position is neutral. Use your heels, the outside of the foot, to feel the push and pull. The band is activating far more abductor than otherwise you'd get. And you're breathing deeply out. Neck is relaxed. Upper back's active. Okay, and changing here. So push. Do this slowly and push. Keep both arms behind now to keep the shoulder blades drawn towards each other. Slowly pushing and pulling. One leg straightens. It's your glide. Horizontal movement pattern from side to side. 3 more slow-mo. 2 more. Equal rhythm. And then if you've got the capacity to do it far more reciprocal, where you're just sliding and sliding and sliding, and that sensation of skating away, keeping the breath, refusing to drop the chest, nothing happening in the lumbar spine, everything happening side bottom and abdominal stabilizing spine work, and slowing it down and bring yourself back. Now we have your lunge. Have your arms, lunge back, make sure it's a good one, and forward. I'm going to pick up the pace now. Your arms reach as your leg goes back. You actually have that scooter type shape. For 4 more, 4, and 3, 2, and last time. Now take it to the leg lift, and lift. So same leg working, therefore the left leg is my front leg, it's activated. 4, 3, 2, look at that diagonal line, 1, and then pull up to a knee, lunge back, pull to a knee lift. Inhale, exhale, pull up. Inhaling, so slowed it down really. 4 more, 4, stable and balanced and strong, 3, 2, abdominals activated, 1, be ready for the other side. So step back and tap, back and tap. You're coming up to a stand. Remember, if it's too intense for you, don't step up and down, stay down, or hold a surface. It matters to get this right for your level. Okay, we're staying here. This is where you'll lift and lift. The biggest leg, move, power, demand is the standing leg. Then because the glute band, the leg that's reaching, gets the chance to reach against the band, and the moment I lose concentration, you get that stretch. Now back and knee lift. Hinge back, and if you can't pull your knee right up, if it goes into your neckline, just do a tap forwards. So don't worry, you can make this totally relevant to you, and one side will not always do what the other side does. Are you ready? Last one. And here we go. Breathing, alignment, composure for stability and connection. It's your squat. Oh no, squat and step, start. Squat and start. If you're feeling out of breath, calm it down, and also you can make the move smaller. Inhaling and exhale. Arms. You're taking it to reach, making sure that the heel is grounded as the leg lifts, rather than it being resting into your toes or locking out with your leg. Okay? And we're staying for 1 and 2. Refuse to twist. 3, 4, 5, breathing. 6, use the band. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. And 1, 2. When you do your squat, if you crouch into it, bending elbows and legs, you kind of get the rhythm. The brain understands that. We're not tucking under at the pelvis. Constant neutral for 5 and 4, 3, and reaching 2. Last one, and legs together. Ready for your squat. Breathe. Hands on your thighs, exhale, roll down. Inhaling, inch your long line. Exhale, walk yourself back and roll back through the spine. Inhaling, find your position. Breathing out, roll down. Inhaling, find the plank. Breathing out, bending, and rolling back up, down, full roll down, spinal mobilizer, abs are hollowed into full body load. Bending the legs, moving through the trunks of the system. This time we're down to stay. Great squat, forwards roll, and find your plank. Take your feet as wide as your hands are as you pull back and forwards. Imagine you're going to pull your knees to the ground and look for the thighs with a gentle nod of the chin in As you push and pull for another 2 and 3. Staying in plank then, knee under navel, alternating, climbing, as though you climb up a wall or the mountain on all fours. Knee lift, knee pull, pull return, keep pressing the ground away, don't sink, keep the hips high, not low, and allow that to go. Final position then, sliding so that you end up with your feet off the mat. If you can go into the full version this time, do so. Stabilise, find alignment, the ground is under your foot as you lift, and then you can reach and come back and lower. Expel the body away, or really kind of push through the ground, both hands and feet, and coming back under you. The mat moved. If your mat's moving, make sure you move your arm back. 2 more. And last time. Okay, and coming down. Swishing over. Find the other end of your mat. This is my dedication to keeping equipment nice. Put your hand on your top leg is your front leg. Find your armpit and we lift. Side bend, single arm, and lower. Use both legs. Use the sides of your waist. If you can't lift without it going to your shoulder, just do that slight reach or be here with a bit of a contribution from both sides of the body. Whichever way, if you can get your side bend, do so. We have 1 more. Big side bend and down. Okay folks, you've finished off, and that was bang on 30 minutes. To calm the body down, let's take you into some rolling. So rolling like a ball and balance, inhaling and exhaling. Only doing this if you don't have osteoporosis or bulging discs, and if it actually feels relevant and pleasant. Inhaling, exhale, balance last time, and you have finished 30 minutes. The pace increased, the glute band added a bit more resistance. The training should have given you a little bit more stability. If you enjoyed that, when we come in on Thursday, all things being equal, we'll have the glute band and we'll have weights. Now the aim there is really that you put a maximal load you can to your body without using gym weights. You're using your body weight, the pattern of movement, with a couple of pieces of small equipment. So I hope to see you Thursday. Remember, tune in tomorrow. It's your Pilates repertoire, and it'll be another kind of bite-sized moment for you. It'll be slightly longer than yesterday, because I want to make sure I get through all of the sections. Whichever way, stay well. I know there's a great accountability by showing up and being in the room at the same time, and for those of us that need that, that's really what all of this is about when I do repeats with this slight difference to what's going on. In the meantime, talk to me about what you like, what you don't like, what you want more of. Otherwise, I'll either see you in Zoom, or one of the other teachers will. And I'm glad that Diane, who was overslept, has just woken up. I'm certainly awake now. Stay well, folks. Great you've been in the room, and I'll see you soon.